Hi YouTube, this is Greeter Boy, and what is the first of what's hopefully a long series of tobacco and pipe related reviews and tips. So this video I'm going to go over what's probably, after trying several types of pipes and cigars and accessories, sort of recommend what I think would make a perfect starter kit for somebody just getting into smoking pipes. So first thing obviously you want to start off with are your pipes themselves. I can't think of anything better than cob pipes. And if you're going to get corn cob pipes, I definitely suggest getting Missouri Meerschaum pipes. They range from anywhere from $5 to $12. They're probably the best smoke, dollar for dollar, than anything else out there, even Breyers or Meerschaums. So I'd definitely say go after the Missouri Meerschaum pipes. These two I think I got for $5 1/4 a piece. They're both filtered pipes, meaning you open up the stem here, take off the stem, and there's a replaceable filter here. It helps catch some of the nicotine, some of the tar maybe that's caught in the smoke itself. Some say it actually affects the smoke, and it does take away some of the flavor. I haven't found that to be an issue, and I prefer to keep out any contaminants that might be in tobacco from smoking them. So I like the filters. You don't have to smoke them with the filters. You can get the filterless pipes as well. But anyway, so these two ran me probably about $11 to $12 for both of them. Both are fantastic pipes. I've had this particular one for probably about 7 or 8 years now. As you can see, I've actually been smoking it today, actually just in the last 10 minutes. And then this one I use for aromatics, and that's another thing. I actually recommend that someone new to pipe smoking get 2 pipes. One for aromatics, one for your English blends, or for Virginia flake tobaccos. The reason is ghosting. Ghosting is the term for when the flavoring or the casing of an aromatic tobacco lingers inside the bowl here for the next maybe 3, 4, 5 smokes, and it'll affect that smoke. So let's say you start off with an aromatic tobacco, and then your next 2 or 3 smokes might be an English blend. Well, you don't want that sweetness included in it. So you want to dedicate one pipe for aromatics to start off with, and one for English. And it's not a hard thing to do if you start off with corn cob. It's very inexpensive. Here are the pipe filters themselves. Medico's the company I use. They're 6 millimeters in size. 10 filters to a box, and the boxes are cheap, so just load up on those if you go get the corn cob pipes. You want to get yourself some pipe cleaners. The first ones I ever start off with are the Longs Extra Absorbent. Those seem to be good for cleaning out your pipe stems and maybe the bowls themselves. This particular pipe tool is a 3-in-1, $2.50. Nice way to start off. And the lighter I recommend that you actually start off with is a cheap $5, I want to say call it a $5 disposable, but it's really not a disposable. It's meant to be refilled, as you can tell by the notch down here where your butane tip will go into. So this is $5. The flame is adjustable, and as you can see, the flame comes out in a way that you can tell this is meant for the pipe. And well, that and the logo here indicates that it's made for a pipe as well. Also, what's really nice about this, and an absolute steal when it comes to using this for beginners or for anybody. Heck, I've been smoking pipe since 1998 or so, and I find this as one of the most useful tools I have. You've got a pipe tamper that actually folds out. It's not the strongest tamper in the world, but you don't need a strong one because you're not going to put a lot of pressure behind tamping anyway, so not a big deal. So it comes with the tamper. It's an all-in-one. I love it. I think it works great for $5. Like I said, it's a steal. This one, I can't remember the brand name for this, but if anybody's watching and you want to put it in your comments, that would be great. And like I alluded to before, you want to have two different pipe tobaccos. One aromatic and one English to start off with. So an aromatic, it's up to you. It's up to your personal preference. The only thing I'm going to warn against is that I would stay away from what's called an OTC pipe tobacco, over the counter, meaning something you get at a drugstore or the grocery store. I'm not going to name any names. However, you know what they are, you know what's available there, and I would go with something that has been professionally blended together. And so I can't recommend Boswell's any more than humanly possible. I think it's a great tobacco. The two that you might want to look into getting, and maybe getting an ounce each, it's about $2.70, give or take an ounce. So for about $5 prior to shipping, you can get yourself 2 ounces of really good tobacco. I would recommend getting an ounce of either the berry cobbler or the raspberry cream. And I want to do reviews on those two particular ones later on. Like I said, this is the first of many I want to get to. So I've got plans for at least 5, 6, 7, 8 videos down the road already. So I'll get into those later on. But maybe, like I said, the raspberry cream or the berry cobbler, and then maybe also get Boswell's Best. Boswell's Best is probably the vanilla ice cream of their bunch, meaning the most plain. But it is your basic aromatic. It's black Cavendish with a little bit of vanilla in there, I believe. And I love it. It'll always remain in my rotation, despite them having very, very good tobaccos in their range. I like it because I like something plain once in a while. So I recommend you looking into Boswell's. Great people to deal with. I couldn't recommend them more. And then for your English tobacco, I think you should have something that has a little bit of Latakia in it, but not a lot. And the Latakia is the tobacco that tends to have a nice campfire scent to it and taste to it, kind of leathery. It's really quite nice. This is one that I think a lot of people recommend for first timers into English tobaccos. This is Frogmorton. Watch out that there are, I think, 3 or 4 different variations of Frogmorton. This is just the regular Frogmorton. This is the one I recommend you start out with. It is very nice. As you can see, a lot of dark tobacco in there. Those are some of that's Latakia. Like I said, it's got a nice campfire smell without being too strong. Something like Northwoods, Boswell has Northwoods. Really nice, but I wouldn't recommend that for a beginner into English tobaccos. So go get the Frogmorton. This is the 50 gram 10. So start out with this. This is really quite nice, and I'll do reviews of English tobaccos down the road as well. So if you start off with a kit like this, two corncob pipes filtered with your pipe cleaners, your tool, your lighter, a couple ounces of an aromatic, and your small tin of English tobacco. All of this ran about $33. So that way, if you get into it and you realize this is not for you, you're not out very much money at all compared to what you could be. Great way to start out. I couldn't recommend a better set to start off with. As a matter of fact, maybe a pipe retailer out there, if they're watching this, can put something like this together to make this simple for somebody who's starting out. So once again, about $33 pre-shipping. I couldn't recommend this setup more. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment. If there's any corrections anybody sees out there they need to make, please leave a comment. I don't mind being called out on an error at all. So if you like this review or you like this video, please subscribe to me. I plan on having many more videos to come. Thanks so much, and have a great day.